All right. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining this info session today. My name is Ashley. I am the recruitment lead here at Code the Dream. So today we're going to be going over Code the Dream's program. If you're new, we're also going to be talking about our application process in general, the mission, program offerings, etc. And we're going to have a Q&A at the end. If you all have questions as we go through the presentation, definitely put them in the chat. Catherine will be helping me to answer some of them, and then we're going to have a Q&A at the end. So I know I'm somebody who can forget my questions. So if you do have a question, definitely put it in the chat. But again, thank you all so much for joining. And also, Catherine, do you want to introduce yourself? Some people may know you.
Well, hello everyone. I am Catherine Costello. I am new to Code to Dream. Just started in November of last year. It's still new to me. And I am the new outreach lead for North Carolina, focusing on reaching more students, gathering more students for Code the Dream in North Carolina. So it's good to be with you today.
Thank you. And we have some people from North Carolina, so that's nice. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. First, with Code the Dream's mission. So we have three components to our mission here at Code the Dream. The first is to create opportunities that change lives. So we were founded about 11 years ago, basically to help those who have barriers of entry into the career field of tech to be able to learn how to code for free in a part-time program that's also remote, and to help you be able to learn those coding skills such as JavaScript and now Python, so that you can have that portfolio and that overall skill set needed to go ahead and apply for jobs in the tech field. All right. Next, we also build technology that benefits our communities. So a part of our program is we do have a dev shop in which we do work with real clients to build different apps, like helping kids learn how to read and just overall improving literacy, helping farm workers, helping people to know what government benefits they qualify for, just different apps and websites to help the community. And if you do happen to become an apprentice, there's also an opportunity for you to join one of those teams and make a difference too. And lastly, we look to expand access to skills we need for a more innovative world. All right, so let's talk about Code the Dreams programs. So today we'll primarily be talking about CTD Learns, and that includes our intensive classes in web development as well as data engineering as well. Um, for one, again, our classes are 100% remote and they are asynchronous. So what that means is you won't be attending live class instructional sessions. I'll say it like that. I know a lot of other coding programs you may have to be on for like 4 days a week and 4 hours at a time. Like I said, we are a part-time program. Basically, at the beginning of each work week, you'll be given pre-recorded instructional videos, and that way you can watch them on your own time. You can rewind and go forward and everything like that. And then throughout the week, we have live mentor sessions. So that's the live part of our program. Basically, we have volunteers coming from their professional tech jobs, and they come and help you all to learn how to code. Make sure you understand those instructional videos. And those happen all throughout the week. So we have group mentor sessions that happen basically every day, multiple times a day. And then we also have one-on-one sessions that happen all throughout the days as well too, just to make sure that you understand the concepts. All right, and then we have CTD Lab. So that's the dev shop I was talking about. So for the apprenticeship, we do have that currently for the web development track. If you all have been on our website and know a little bit, we have two career tracks that I'll get more into, that being web dev and then data engineering. So we have that currently for the web dev. If you all make it through our program, there's an opportunity at the end to apply for that apprenticeship. It is like a regular job. It's salaried, it's full time, it's remote, has benefits and all, but it is competitive. So yeah, basically, yeah, you'll apply to it like a regular job. But it's basically a good opportunity for you to learn what it's like to work on a team. But then also, we do have built in career development to make sure that you are able to transition out of the apprenticeship job into a normal 9 to 5 job afterwards. All right, let's talk about Code the Dreams programs. So our program is designed for you to be in it for a year or less. So if you are joining directly to an advanced class, it will be less for you. We're going to start off talking about the application all the way into the point where you can find a career. So first, if you haven't already, you will apply if interested at codethedream.org/apply. A few eligibility things: you do have to be 18 years or older when class starts. also have to reside within the United States, and then also have to have access to a computer and Wi-Fi. After you apply, well, basically you'll request an application on our website. You'll be emailed the application. After you do that, you do have to do the pre-work assignment. It is required. It's basically a way for us to vet to make sure that you are able to look at a coding sample or look at requirements and then produce a admissible assignment. And then for you all, it's basically to see if you can learn in an online environment, and then also testing your skills as well. So that pre-work assignment, there's two different ones, one for intro applicants and another for advanced applicants. The pre-work assignment can take a minute. I know our pre-work deadline for summer is in about a little over 2 weeks. So I would advise everybody to start now because it can take a few hours. Like it can take 10 hours, more for some people and less for others. All right. So after you have all those requirements and that you pass, you'll then be admitted to our classes, and that will be the last time you have to apply for Code the Dream classes, unless you're like going for a long time. The class offerings we have are Intro to Programming. We also have React, which is front-end development. We have Node, with React being a prerequisite for that class. We have Python Essentials, and then we have Python AI and Cloud Computing, with Python Essentials being a prerequisite to that class. So once you go through all the classes needed for your career track, and we'll talk about that more in the next few slides, then you will go to the practicum. Oh, one thing to say about the classes too, they are 11 weeks long, and then we do have a quarterly system. So you can complete about 4 classes in a year, including practicum. Practicum is another 4 weeks. Basically, after you do all the advanced classes and all, you'll be with a group of other developers, either building and deploying your own app or working with a data solution, depending on your career track. So this is a good way for you to learn what it's like to work with the group and actually building and deploying something from end to end. You'll also have a mentor that will help you to make sure that you all are on the right track. Some people have gone off to start businesses with the apps they created with their groups. Other people, it's overall a good thing to put on your resume and to talk about in interviews with employers. So that's why we definitely make sure to put the practicum in you all's schedule. And then with each class you do, you also have different final projects you will have. So that's working to build your portfolio. In the last 2 weeks of practicum, you will have career development. So that includes working on mock interview skills, also your resume preparation, working on your LinkedIn. Overall, just making sure that you all feel prepared and are prepared to then go in and find a job after Code the Dream. Next, we have the apprenticeship. Again, it is competitive. It's not guaranteed for everyone. And you have to commit about 9 months to being a part of the apprenticeship. Afterwards, you can be in an apprenticeship for up to 2 years, and then you'll just be applying to different jobs as you're working with Code the Dream too. All right. And then after the apprenticeship or after practicum, you go out to find your career. Currently, our apprenticeship, about 80 to 85% of our apprentices start off making about $80,000 per year in their first job after Code the Dream. All right. And we do work with different companies like MetLife, SAS, Cisco, and more. All right, let's talk about our career pathways. So first is web development with JavaScript. So this is a career field for those who are interested in building apps and building websites. If you always wanted to learn what it was like designing a website, or even learning the difficulties of doing like a login page, just different things like that. This would be the career track for you. Different careers within this track can include front-end developers, back-end developers, full-stack engineers, web application developers, UI and UX designers, and more. So each class, again, this is the track that you see below. They are 11 weeks long. So you can start off in the Intro to Programming class if you're completely new to coding, or if you may not have as much experience in JavaScript and APIs and all. Then you go to React, which is front-end development. Then Node, which is back-end development, the pre-work not the pre-work, the practicum, and then the option for the apprenticeship, okay? So that's how that process works. Some people want to know why we start off with the React class instead of the Node class. We do find that people have more success learning front-end development first. So basically the way that we design our track is so that you can have the highest probability of success in making it throughout the program and it's not being too difficult. Next, we have data engineering with Python. So this is our newest pathway, and we started this because we see a lot more open positions now for people who may know Python and may know how to work with data. And as you all know, the AI craze is going on. So we have put some AI into this career track as well. So if you are interested in learning how to work with data, data visualization, basically like storytelling with data, also application development too, or AI, this will be the career track for you. So some roles that this prepares you for would be a data engineer, data analyst, a Python developer, business analyst, and more. So again, you can start with the intro to programming class if you're completely new. Then we have the Python essentials class. You'll learn more about the foundations of Python and data cleaning and all. Then we have Python AI and cloud computing. It deals with working with AI agents, deployment of cloud, and different things like that. Okay. And then afterwards, we have the practicum. So currently, we don't have the apprenticeship available for the Python track since it is pretty new. But the trade off is that we do, again, see jobs hiring more Python people. Okay. So let's talk about the class schedule. So for summer 2026, in blue are all of the classes that are available for you to apply to. So that's Intro to Programming, that's React, that's Python Essentials. Those classes begin July 1st and they end September 15th. Afterwards, your next class will start September 30th. So you do have about a week to 2 weeks in between each class. All right. Some people want to know if you are able to take more than one class in a single term and you are not able to. Our classes are part time again, so we expect you to spend close to or even less than like 20 hours per week. And if you take 2 classes, that's like a full time job. And most people we see aren't able to balance both. So 1 class per term. Okay, then I have the fall class days too, September 30th to December 15th. Some additional information as you work through this online class, it is different than being in person or even just having like live class instructional videos. So we just look for you to have some commitment to working through your challenging lessons. So for example, if you watch a instructional video and you may have some time a hard time understanding what's going on, go ahead and take the initiative of scheduling a one-on-one mentor session. We have so many mentors and all of them are willing to help. So schedule a one-on-one session, or if you go to a group session, go to more than one per week. Just making sure that you understand what's going on, or at least putting forth the initiative to go about knowing how to understand it. Okay, I already said that. Cool. If you have any questions about class schedules or anything involving the classes, definitely put them in the chat. And now let's go on to requirements. So for previous knowledge, for the intro to programming class, I would say know how to work your laptops. Like basic digital literacy is important to know beforehand, as we don't teach that. Also, we do see people have a better time transitioning into our classes if they have some prior coding experience. That can be you simply looking on YouTube and being like basic coding tutorial, or go on like a Odin project, W3 schools, just different resources beforehand to put yourself in the mindset of what like of how to think like a developer. We see people have more success with that. But again, your pre-work assignment does have some coding tutorials too, so don't think that that's like a waste. Definitely take advantage of that Khan Academy tutorial. So basically, there's not really too many previous knowledge requirements for intro to programming. Okay. For advanced, so previous experience, we do look for you to know JavaScript and know how to work with GitHub and APIs, and that will be tested in your advanced pre-work assignment. For class tools, so for both classes, reliable internet is required. The differences can be in the tools that you use. So for example, with the intro to programming class, we don't expect you to buy any new system. Like you can do our work on like a hybrid tablet such as a Chromebook or such. So don't think you have to buy a new system to do our intro to programming class. There will be some workarounds that you'd have to do with the Chromebook, but our mentors will help you with that. And for the advanced classes, you absolutely do need a laptop or computer with sufficient memory. So about 8 GB is cool. Also, a good thing to note is when you get into our classes, we do work with a nonprofit that provides heavily discounted laptops for about $70. So if you do need a new system, we do have that available once you become a student. All right, let's talk about the pre-work, everybody's favorite part. All right, so the pre-work is required for our classes. We have the two different assignments. So for the intro pre-work, it depends on where you are in your coding journey. Like for example, if you are completely new to coding and you don't know what's going on, like me, I don't really know too much of what's going on. Like you would do Khan Academy. Khan Academy is an online learning platform. It's completely free. You would just create your account and do Unit One, which is drawing and animation. So that's we try to make it pretty fun for you. So you like some people make assignments doing like aliens flying across the screen or like cars driving and different like tic tac toe games and stuff. So basically, you will watch that Khan Academy tutorial and then you will do a coding sample showing what you learned and that you know how to apply the requirements needed for that p5.js assignment. Now, if you already know how to code with like putting in a variable, putting in a conditional and a loop, and a unique function, you don't have to do the Khan Academy tutorial. You can go right into p5.js, which is the coding sample, and just make sure you have all the requirements and that everything works properly, right? So again, it just depends on where you're at. For the advanced pre-work, you do have to create a static website, single or multi-page. Make sure to have some navigation and styling. Some people ask if you can use bootstrapping, and you can. Make sure to do some manual styling so we know that you know how to do that. And overall, the main point is for us to give you an open source API to choose from, and then you be able to display data properly to the user. All right, so you will need to know how to work with APIs and GitHub. Now, and I think that's basically the distinction between if you should choose the advanced classes or the intro. If you know what an API is, you know like the basics of how to work with it, even if you need to do a little research. If you can do the pre-work assignment, the advanced one, go ahead and try it out. There's no, let's see, okay, basically with the advanced assignment, if you're going through the advanced assignment and you're seeing that it's pretty hard for you, just email me and I can switch you to intro, no problem. If you make it through the advanced pre-work and let's say you don't meet all the requirements, if we see that you kind of know what you're doing, you can still be offered the intro class, okay? So I guess what I'm trying to say is there's really no risk in trying. If you do have questions as you're going through the pre-work, definitely email me at admissions@codethedream.org and I will help you to get those questions answered. All right, I want to see y'all get into the program, so don't hesitate with any questions. So for class information, all classes have a orientation about 2 weeks before classes start. So for this term, it would be the week of June 14th. All right. The orientations are recorded. It'll give you all the information. You'll get your syllabus and everything. And then a week before classes start, we have office hours in which you can ask any questions pertaining to setup and preparation. And overall, we want to make sure you all are good to start classes when they do start. All right. Some supports throughout our classes. We do have I don't know if you all have heard of Slack, but it's basically a big group chat that you have with your classmates. We also have different study groups as well, especially for intro. Some of them are led in Russian or Spanish too. Let's see. We have a class instructional lead, and they kind of just make sure that you all are on track with classes. Reach out if they see you may be struggling or just need help to be pointed to different resources. And then our mentors as well too. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Cool. So for frequently asked questions, a lot of people want to know how many people get into our program, and it does vary by term. Basically, the best advice we can give you is to submit an admissible pre-work assignment. What that means is make sure you have all the requirements that we ask of you to put in the assignment. So double and triple check if you need to, but that will be a big part in determining if you are able to be admitted into our classes. What do we look for in applicants? We look for a drive. So we don't want you to come into the program just looking for like a side hustle, or if you're just curious about the field. We want you to actually be serious about getting a career in tech, whether it's like simply upskilling or actually starting from the beginning and wanting to get that career in tech. We operate off of like grants and all. It is pretty expensive for us to run, and we have a lot of resources too. So we just want to make sure that we're giving those resources to people who actually really need them. Overall, what the cost is for our program, it is free, 100% free before, during, and after. Again, we run off of grants, so we are a nonprofit. And then, yeah, in our development shop as well too, to make sure that we're offering the classes free for you all. Once you do graduate, we ask that you volunteer time as a mentor if you are able to, or even if you want to give a monetary donation. But all of that you don't have to do. But we would love to still keep in contact with y'all. So yeah, don't be a stranger. Okay. Next steps. This is optional, but you can add admissions at codethedream.org to your contacts list. This is for us to not go to your spam or junk folders. But one thing I would say, when you are requesting an application, make sure that you're using a working email. So don't put an email that you just use for spam stuff, or an email where the inbox is full that we can't send you any things. We do send out important information, so we want to make sure that you all are getting that. Also, if you are interested, you can apply today at codethedream.org/apply. Our application deadline is this Sunday, so don't spend too much time trying to decide. You ain't got to decide right now, but you got till Sunday, okay? The pre-work deadline is May 17th, so a little over 2 weeks away. And then you will get your results on if you've been admitted or not on May 26th. Are y'all tired of hearing me talk? It's okay if you are. We have our alumni panel. So for our apprentices, this is really exciting. So thank you, Sonali and Arena, for coming on. I will go ahead. Should I stop sharing? I'll just keep sharing. But Sonali and Arena, if you want to unmute and just give an introduction to yourself, how long you've been in Code the Dream, and what's a project that you're working on as an apprentice. And we can start with Sonali.
Thank you, Ashley. Um, Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share my experience with Code the Dream and Code the Dream classes. So, hello everyone. My name is Sonali Bedgen. I'm currently working as a apprentice developer, it's kind of associate software developer with Code the Dream, where I'm working on my friend-end project. It is a multi-state public benefit eligibility platform. I'm really enjoying my work. I love my work, and it is very flexible, and it's fully remote. So it's great. And I have completed training with Code the Dream in Intro to Programming class, React, and Node.js. And later I started working with Python for backend and the React for frontend. I'm actually mentoring for practicum team also, and now I'm reviewing the students' PR for Python course at Code the Dream.
Nice. Thank you so much, Sonali. And Arena, do you want to go next?
Yes, thank you, Ashley. I think I have again problems with my camera, so if you don't see me, sorry. Yeah, I work with Sonali in the same team. So I joined God's Dream in 2023 as students of Node course. After finishing, I start a mentor of this course and lead 3 cohorts as a mentor. Also, I finished a Ruby on Rails course here, and I'm really appreciate that Scott the Dream gave me opportunity to get my first job as apprentice here since 2024. So I during this time I was a mentor, I was student, and I am a, like apprentice. So I really like my project, and I think it's a great opportunity to start your career without any cost, I mean, because all these courses is free. Or if you have gap, just like to recall all your skills, improve your skills with new technologies. And yes, from last year, I really impressed because I also took a Python course. Python 100, and right now it just starts Python 200 about analytics, yeah, machine learning and AI stuff, which right now is very like important and popular between IT in general. So yeah, so if you have any questions, I'm ready to answer.
All right.
Yeah, I would like to add one thing also. I also joined with Irina, and then after 9 months of our apprentice developer, again started like with job. We started um, attending the courses for Algo class and career development card, which is provided by Code the Dream, and those classes are really helpful for our future job search. So we are really those all kind of support from Code the Dream. It's really helpful.
Thank you all so much. We're going to go ahead and get into the first question. Oh, sorry, Catherine, I see you.
No, I was just gonna say we've got some questions here. Probably need some a little bit more clarification for who we're asking. There was one earlier about is Python AI and cloud computer class related to cloud data engineering?
That's a great question.
Yeah, I didn't have that. I didn't have an answer for that one. So yeah.
I can find the answer for you all. Whoever put that question in, if you already applied, I can get your email and give you that direct answer afterwards.
And then the next one is for the pre-work, do you only submit one assignment or both?
You submit one assignment corresponding to the class that you select on your application. So if you apply to the Intro to Programming class, you'll do the Intro to Programming pre-work. If you apply to React or Python Essentials, you would do the advanced assignment.
And then when does the apprenticeship start? Like, is it after the 11 weeks of the full stack? And I said after the practicum applications are taken, but you might want to add a little bit more to that.
Yeah,
As,
so the apprenticeship, so each class is 11 weeks long. So you'll be in the program, if you're starting from intro to programming, you'll be in a program for a year. So that's the 11-week intro, 11-week React, 11-week Node, and then 11-week practicum. So the apprenticeship, we hire for the apprenticeship about 3 to 4 times a year. So depending on when you are done with the practicum, that's when you'll be able to apply to the apprenticeship.
and now we have a question for our guests here, for the Code to Dream experts here. What made you all pursue tech?
Yeah, it's a great questions. I think I first of all I want to try myself as software developer, and when I find information about Code the Dream, I was really like impressed that I can get certificate and finish these courses without any costs because education's very expensive. And so first I just like try and I really like because I start my IT learning path in another school and I can compare. So in Code the Dream, I see like very organized curriculum, good materials, uh, all learning materials was organized in some system. I really impressed that I have like mentor support and my task was reviewed on time. So, and I received feedback. And if something wrong, I can always like ask help my mentors, my reviewers. So yeah, so I think I just like really like how God's Dream organized all this process. So and I think it's pushed me to stay here for a long time. In the beginning as a student, then as a mentor, and right now as apprentice, and also as a mentor. Yeah.
Perfect. Sonali, did you want to answer, or we can go into another question too?
Yeah, I can answer. So basically, for me, I had 3 years experience in software development, but then I took the break. That is a big break for to take care of my kids, and then I wanted to restart my career. But it was very hard online course taking online. I started with YouTube learning and online taking online courses, but learning alone is not enough. We always need some kind of guidance, support system, and what exactly we need to do, the path. So when my friend introduced me to the Code the Dream, and she was also as apprentice developer that time, and then I immediately applied. And when I started taking courses with Code the Dream, I really enjoy all the things like mentor sessions and assignment and all the community supports, and the student also interact with each other on the in Slack. So those kind of really helps to build our confidence to finish or just learning process, overall learning process. So it's really great courses you will not find anywhere else, and you will not definitely find it in free. So don't waste your time, just join.
Ashley, I think this question is for you. In the future, after getting established and all, is it easier to switch from full stack to data engineering or the other way around?
That's a good question too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I can start, Ashley. I think if you have experience as software developer, for you more easy switch to maybe analytics professions, maybe machine learning, because you have some um, representations what you will do, you know. Of course, if you get a job in another area, not like web development, you still need to learn. And I think IT, it's all time learning. You should learn in new frameworks, in new libraries, in new programs. It's just maybe make more easy for you to switch and learn. I think maybe yeah. So I think this is for me. I if I will search a job in as um, not as developer, I think I just can easy uh, to get a new skills.
Yeah. Thanks so much for that, Arena.
Ashley, here's one. What's the tandem apprenticeship? When does it start?
Okay, good question. So for the tandem apprenticeship, that's basically when okay, so we have our apprenticeship at Code the Dream, but we also have a part in which we partner with companies like SAS to send some of our apprentices to work at SAS for their duration of their apprenticeship. So that's basically what the tandem apprenticeship is, a partnership with an actual company. And a lot of times, actually, I think each time we've had it, they went to get hired by SAS. So that's what the tandem apprenticeship is. When does it start? It does depend on when we have the opportunity available with with SAS and when that contract is signed and all. So there isn't a time in which that does start. It just really depends.
Well, we're getting some really good questions. Here's another one. Can one take full stack and data engineering?
At the same time, no. If you want to do one track and then go to the next track afterwards, you can do both.
And now at the end of the program, are we code ready and ready for a full stack developer job? Or is it probable that we will need to take additional classes in order to get a job?
Yeah, you would need to take additional classes. What you can do is continue to work on your own portfolio. So yes, you will be code ready. We do design our classes to make sure. Well, we do design our classes looking at what the tech field is looking for in applicants, and we apply that to our classes to make sure you are code ready. But it is also important with any job really to make sure that you have that resume built of different experiences. So go ahead and still work on your own personal projects. Even if you don't get the Code the Dream apprenticeship, still look at other apprenticeships other companies are offering.
And here we're asking for clarification. Every class is self-study and takes 11 weeks and around 20 hours a week of work.
Yes, and I'm gonna say the self study is hybrid because you do still work with
Yeah.
mentors as well.
Yeah. Okay. For students who are not part of the apprenticeship, What percentage ultimately secure employment in the tech field?
Great question. So for our actual students, we don't have that actual number of data, basically because when people graduate from our program, they don't necessarily tell us what job they get after Code the Dream. So it's kind of hard for us to track who does get a job right after Code the Dream. But one thing we can be certain about and tell you is that people do secure employment, but also, again, we do make sure to give you all the skills needed to go ahead and get that job afterwards. So you won't be left hanging. And also, we do have networks in which we do post like different job postings coming up and all.
And that answers one of the upcoming questions. Do you connect students with employers?
Yeah, so great question. Let me see how I want to answer that. We do, but Sonali or Arena, do you all have like any input that as apprentices?
Yes, I can a little bit describe. So for students and apprentice, we have like skill lead, and sometimes in these classes or lectures, I don't know how it's explained. So meeting, Code the Dream invites some company like MetLife, uh, the last one was a firm. So they present first their apprentice programs and they present their job positions, which opened right now for junior developer, for not junior developer. And of course, these classes during the year, um, a lot of, yeah. So I don't think it's just like connect students with employers, but because the Dream invite some company to present their work and you can apply. And I think we have like special maybe link for applying. So your applications will be reviewed and you at least you receive feedback.
Yeah, and I would like to add only one thing. Like, if the employer is as a working as a doing volunteer as a mentor with students, so though you have chance to interact with the employer also. Like for me, like me and Irina both are doing as working as a mentor, like volunteer, and then all the students are whoever is assigned to us, they are doing connect. They are connected with us on Slack. So sometime we are doing huddle with them, like video call, and we are solving their problems also.
Okay, Ashley, how's the selection process done for apprenticeship?
Yes. So basically, okay. So, okay, we hired 3 to 4 times a year for it. How many positions we have open depends on like how often people are leaving the apprenticeship and we have that actual job opening or if we secure a new project with a new client. So that does depend on how many people we hire, but also it's like a regular job. So you do an application, you do your interviews like a regular job, and then you get picked based off of basically your soft skills, also your tech skills as well too, if that helps.
Yeah, and I would like to add in this also. If you are really passionate about your work and your learning, and if you really wanted to work as a in a development industry, then definitely, for me, I know definitely will get selected because you will once you finish your assignment, you will all work on time, and you will do all the required things. Then you will get, yeah, there is a higher chances to get selected.
And there's also a question about the salary of apprentice. How much is the salary? How much do they get paid?
I have a number in my head, but I'm not sure if it's the most updated. So Sonali or Arena, do you all, if you care to be transparent, or an average within the range?
Yeah, so it depends on state. So we have high expensive state, so salary they are a little bit bigger, and general state. So beginning salary starts in 31 something thousand in a year, uh, and increase every 6 months. Depends on your evaluation process. And each time it's increased 5,000 plus. Yeah, so
Okay, we have a couple more questions. SAS is hiring for data engineer apprenticeship, uh, tandem model, or only web developers?
Sonali or Arena, do you guys know?
I think uh, only for web development they are hiring for now, but they are also switching to the Python or data science roles. So there might be chances to get those kind of roles also, as per my information. Yeah.
Okay, and when does data engineering summer classes start? Is that July 1st? Do I have one answer there?
Yeah, yeah, July 1st.
Okay, and need clarification on the pay. We have someone who said was didn't actually hear what the pay was.
Oh, it's like 31K yearly. You would say maybe 2,500 monthly, but including all the 401K, health insurance and everything, it will cover all kind of insurance. So yeah, if you are like starting your career or you are switching your career and restarting your career, so this is the best of thing. Like you will get to work on real projects, you will get more experience with support system, uh, and flexible job, and online job. So this is the best thing.
31K plus benefits. Yeah. Okay, we're still getting some questions popping in. For advanced track, as I understand, apprenticeship would start no earlier than about 9 months, which 11 weeks of React, 11 weeks of Node, 11 weeks of practicum, correct?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Good answer. Yeah. And to clarify, the starting wage was 31. Yes, 31 plus benefits.
And it
And
depends on where
thank you,
you
Ashley.
are. Hmm.
Yeah, I was going to put that link in there because we had people asking for links earlier. And put in, okay, thank you, Arena. Arena. Hi.
It's not like only like benefit also, it's there. Code the Dream is making us ready for your job search, so you will feel so much confidence once you join like as a apprentice developer. After 9 months you will start your career development journey, where you will learn how to um, how to how to apply for job, how to search job and resume update and interview questions. You will get all kind of trainings. So yeah, it's just not like about salary, it's about developing yourself.
Yes, Sonali is right because you just uh, g- as apprentice, I get opportunity to learn, to have a mentor, all time my team ready to support and help me with my task. So it's a great opportunity for people who just want to uh, enter in IT, who has a few experience like a junior developer, and they prepare us to future search because uh, as Sonali said, we have algo class, we have career preparation courses, we have a lot of different master class from another organizations, companies. So yeah, so you have here opportunity to maybe apply to another apprentice to find like some junior position job. So it's not only about salary, it's about community and support environments.
And there is a note in the chat. For some states, 31K is not a lot. That's true. It's not. But as the apprentices were saying, and for a lot of jobs that are starting out, 6 figures, they're going to be asking for experience. What experience do you have? And this will help you with that. Ashley, you have anything to add to that?
No, I agree. And it's also, I agree too. 31,000 is not a lot. And again, like with the job market right now, not even just in tech, but all over, like if you can find a position that can help you to eventually leverage into something else, like again, our average starting salary after Code the Dreams apprenticeship is about $80,000 per year. So it really just depends on your current situation. Like, don't feel like you need to do the apprenticeship.
I think we've got all the questions, unless somebody would like to come off a mute and ask a question or need clarification on anything. That took care of the chat, Ashley.
All right. Well, thank you all so much. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put in the application link in case you all, for any first timers, if you did want to apply, you can apply today. Again, the application deadline is on Sunday, so you do have a few days to decide. Also, our applications are open for fall, so even if you can't do it in July, our fall applications are open, so you can apply then too. And then I'll put my email as well in the chat if you all have any additional questions, and I will send out this recording to everybody who has applied.
Hi, I do have a question. So on the website, when I look at it, it has intro to programming, React JS, Node.js, and then the full stack practicum. So if you're doing the web development route, you take the 4 classes, or you take, which one are you taking?
Yes, for one by one. It's intro, it's just like first level. After intro class, you pick up React. It's front end part. The next, it's Node.js, it's backend part. And full stack practicum, it's you as a team, small team, work on some project where you combine your skills from React and Node.js in one project. So yes, it's all 4 courses, but not in one time. It's one by one. It's like learning path.
Okay, so at the end of the program, I'll have gone through all the 4 parts, right?
Yes.
Okay, and the same thing applies to data engineering if I want to go to that route.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
All right, are there any other questions for now? And if you are an applicant, again, just a reminder, we do have a pre-work support session happening next Monday. Well, this upcoming Monday. The times, I forgot. I'll send another email out about it. But if you do have any questions specifically about the pre-work, we will have our class director on, and she is so good at explaining anything. If you have specific questions about your pre-work, she will help you with those too. So again, I'll send out an email about that, but I will also send out a recording of this. What practicum for the data class? Are you talking about the project? Okay. I can send you the link actually for more information on that. I know you'll be completing what they call a data end-to-end solution, but I know that is pretty vague. So I'm going to put in the chat a link that gives a bit more information about the practicum for data engineering. And I'll post it right now.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, I have a couple of questions. I know, is there like an actual age limit? Like when is the cutoff in terms of how old you can actually join the program? And is this program really flexible for those that do need to work full time to support themselves during this program until they like apply for their apprenticeship or anything?
Great question. So you can be, as long as you're over 18, you can join Code the Dream. Also, oof, I just forgot that second question. What was your second question?
So the second question is this program flexible enough for you to continue
Oh,
working full time, or if you're in a place where you need to like look for a job right now up until the apprenticeship, are you able to be okay with it?
yes, you can definitely have a job as you're working through Code the Dream classes. We have some people who are full-time students. We have people who work full-time jobs. So yes, you are able to. I do hear from some of our apprentices, and Sonali and Arena, you can chime in, but basically just set some time throughout the week where you know for sure that you will work on Code the Dream classes. And then I hear that when people do that, they usually have a good time with managing the class load. Sonali and Arena, do you have any personal experience about that?
Yeah, like for me, I was searching job and that time I was taking courses also. So for me it wasn't that much hard, but I know a lot of students, and they were with my practicum team, and they got as apprentice position also at Code the Dream. They were working part and like they were working full time, and they were attending classes also. Like they are finishing their assignment on weekend, and they were doing so. With that process also, they finished their all the courses, and they got the opportunity here also.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any more questions before we wrap up?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so for the
I
apprenticeship, is it only for the web development route, not the data engineering route?
I think I heard the beginning of your question. If you're asking if the apprenticeship is available for both tracks right now, it's currently only available for web development. We are working on one for data engineering, but we don't know when that will roll out.
Okay, thank you so much.
No worries. I know there was someone else who wanted to.
yeah for data engineering. So what will be taken in the intro to programming class? I mean, the which skill set you will be starting with the Reactor node for data engineering as well, or you will start with SQL or SQL. So I mean, sorry, SQL, Excel like that.
Intro to programming, it's a general course for both paths. It's mostly JavaScript basic.
Okay.
Yeah, so it just like maybe a basic like knowledge and patterns in programming languages. So intro, it's the same for both paths. It's like first step. So after intro course, you just can decide what kind of career path you want to select, like web development and data engineering.
Oh, can I switch my path after completing the intro?
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you.
Intro is like
Mm,
a basic knowledge for computer, like HTML, CSS, React, JavaScript, and if you want to take the front end knowledge, that is, and that the intro programming knowledge should have anyone should have. Like, is it doesn't matter if you are going through the web development or the data science. So that is a basic thing everyone should know, and then you can choose your next, like you wanted to go to the data science or web development.
I understand. Yes, Sonali, I'm Suganti. Actually, I gave you the connecting request in LinkedIn. If you accept, that would be great.
Yes.
And Irena, I'm not able to find out your name, but let me find out and give you the connection.
If you want, I can share my link in the chat.
Yeah, sure. That would be great.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I will accept your invitation.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, are there any other questions?
No, thank you so much.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for your time and being able to show up this evening for our info session. I'm feel free to go ahead and enjoy the rest of your evening. If you did have questions, I'll stay on for an extra few, like 30 seconds. But otherwise, thank you all so much, and we hope to see your applications if you haven't applied yet. Have a good night.
Thank you, Ashley,
Thank
and
you.
everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you, Sonali. Thank you, Arena and Catherine.
All right. Thank you. I'm signing off. Have a good evening.